Okay, hi, I'm Nisha, and I'm actually in my bathroom on the floor. You're probably thinking, why is she in her bathroom on the floor? That's because in my house, the bathroom is actually the only place I can have privacy. And people ask, well, why don't you go into your room? Well, my parents have a thing about locked doors and closed doors, and apparently they don't trust me. They think I'm doing something inappropriate in my room. I have no idea what that could be. But, yeah. But anyway, I'm trying to start my first official video now that I got my YouTube account set up, and I want to talk about my favorite anime show, Bleach. People look at me crazy like, Bleach? Like, you watch anime? And like, yeah, I love anime. I'm a big anime fanatic. But anyway, I'm talking about Bleach. Okay, around episodes like 165, 166, 167, I just saw them on TV, and I was freaking out because Grimjaw, who Ichigo is fighting at the moment, releases a resurrection form. And during him releasing his resurrection form, he turned into this like crazy, jaguar cat-looking thing, and I was like freaking out. That Ichigo like got his hollow mask and went hollowified, and like he actually kept that thing up for a long time. I didn't expect that. But anyway, they're sitting there fighting back and forth, and it is like epic. All this so fast motion going back and forth, using all these attacks I've never seen before, so powerful. And I was sitting there freaking out and jumping up and down. It was the best battle ever. But the thing that got me was that every time Ichigo was like fighting Grimjaw, he like blocked attacks from Grimjaw to protect Orihime, which is the whole point. He's even fighting Grimjaw to protect her and save her. But anyway, every time he went to save her, she was scared of him, and he like sort of got dazed like, why is she scared of me? But he always kept fighting. And then later on, you hear Orihime saying like, oh my goodness, like, I'm scared of Ichigo. His eyes are like that. He looks just like my brother. And like, if you watch Bleach and as a fan of the show, you know the whole thing about her and her brother. And so she was kind of scared of Ichigo by association. So every time he would look at her, she would see him, she used to freak out, and which make him feel all nervous and, shy. So later on, he's fighting Grimjaw, trying to protect him and her, and then, he's getting beat the crap out. He was doing really good at first, but he started getting the crap beat out of him. Like, Grimjaw was, like, tearing him, like, pawning him to the extreme. But anyway, they kept fighting, and then he got hit into a wall. And then Nell, who was with Orihime, if you know Bleach, again, you can watch Bleach, know what I'm talking about. But Nell was with Orihime. So Nell said, like, okay, why is Ichigo, like, getting beaten up? Like, every time he turned on his hollow mask, he, like, kicks their butt and, like, calls it a day. So then Nell looks at Orihime. You see Orihime sitting there all scared and crap. And she's, like, what's wrong with you? Like, he's over here fighting for you. He's here for you. Like, every time he puts on that mask, he's, like, in pain, but he's doing it for you. And, like, you're sitting there like you're scared of him. Like, what he's going to think that you're sitting here scared of him, not even cheering him on, and he's out there for you. And then Orihime finally get a reality check. It was like, oh wait, I'm not scared of Ichigo. I love him. Like, I love this dude. He's my person. He's like my best friend. And, out of nowhere, she says, please don't die. And at that time, Ichigo was standing up, and Grimjaw was like, okay, you've reached your limit. It was going to go for the death blow. But anyway, she said, please don't die. So he looks up like, what? He looks at her. He said, she kept saying stuff like, oh, you don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to fight for me. And you can just give up. But, just please don't die. Please don't get hurt because I couldn't bear it. So then she started bursting out, crying. So he looks at her, and it was like in amazement. And he got snapped back into reality. And Grimjaw was like, coming at him. So I like, nowhere, he grabbed Grimjaw's hand and was like, sorry, Grimjaw, like, here's the thing, I can't afford to take in more injuries, and I can't afford to, lose to somebody like you. And he just slashes Grimjaw across the chest and, like, slashes the crap out of him, and, like, straight up on the dude. And the whole while, I'm thinking, like, oh my goodness. Like, the whole reason he was getting the snot beat at him because he didn't have Orihime's support. And one word for Orihime, like saying, please don't die, he got all this amazing strength and was like, bam! And I was freaking out. That was my favorite episode by far. I watched the last part when she was crying and, he's like pawned Grimjaw. That last part I watched like 15 times, I promise you. I'm a fiend. I love anime, I love Bleach, but I'm sorry, I'm lost for words, but it was really, really good. So I just had to get it on and tell people about that part, because I'm a loser, don't have friends to tell it to. No, I'm kidding. I just have no friends to like anime. So I hope you enjoyed my enthusiasm talking about Bleach. Bye.